look at your street, down in the lower right corner, that is Sha'Carri Richardson and her boyfriend, Christian Coleman. And Sha'Carri Richardson, we can see she body slams Christian Coleman. Oh my God. She is strong as hell. But she body slams him into the concrete. Like, his shoulder must be hurting him. Anyways, Christian Coleman, he tries his best to walk away. We can see Sha'Carri pushes him again. And now they return into the camera field of view. Christian Coleman is trying his best to walk away. Respect for him to, keep in his hands and his anger, because things like these, remember, we're human beings and feelings can get to a point where we can't manage. But Christian Coleman, he tries his best to walk away. He kind of uses his shoulder to push her a bit. Sha'Carri Richardson, she's still pushing him. We can see their walk away out of the field of view. But that is the official footage, my people. It was recently released. As we know, she was in prison for a while, but she was released after. And, Christian Coleman, he did speak about it. Matter of fact, I'm going to play the clip right now.
Like, I don't feel as if, like, she should have been arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, people have discussions and emotions and stuff like that. And she had, like, things that she need to work on for herself, of course. So do I, so do you, like, everybody. And I'm the type of guy, like, I'm in the business of just, like, extending grace and mercy and love. And I feel as if, like, I don't try to look at obstacles either. Like, I just look at, like, situations like this to just, like, take a step back, analyze yourself mentally, and then just try to see what you can do to be your best self so that you can move forward, so you can just be the type of person and a human that God needs you to be for his kingdom and for his glory. And so that's kind of how I look at the situation.
All right, so now I'm starting to see it. Now I'm starting to get it. This story initially didn't really gain a whole lot of traction until people started actually pulling the footage. And I don't know how these people get this type of footage, but it looks like they're inside of the airport, that people is turning around. I can see the guy down in the green. He kind of looking and like, what's going on or whatever. And, Sha'Carri Richardson, probably, if she's not on the track and she's just dressed regular and stuff like that, it probably doesn't necessarily, you know what I'm saying? You don't know who it is. But this is not something that's out of the ordinary as far as a domestic violence situation. I know what y'all want me to say. I know what you want me to say. You want me to say cancel her, she need to be removed. And I'm surprised that there's so many women that's actually saying that and having that type of conversation right now. But I don't think that she should be canceled. The three things that I don't advocate for anybody to go to jail that didn't do a crime, you should have your day in court, no death, and no losing your ability to provide for yourself. I understand. I get it. She's a public figure. And the popular thing for me to say, because I'm going to be objective and I'm just going to give my authentic thoughts, regardless of how people may feel about it. And I would look at it the same way if a man was in this situation. The difficulty in this conversation and looking at it in the way that a man would look at it is, I know that if it was a man, that they would be trying to cancel him. Like, they would be saying, remove your ability to earn for yourself. I mean, for God's sakes, we've seen, even though it's not as an egregious of an accusation, we just seen what happened to Shannon Sharp, and they losing the bag, and the woman tried to sue him right after that as far as the Usher comments and all of that. We've seen what happened with Diddy. We see what happened with, Ray Rice. We've seen what happened with a lot of people, right? But I don't believe that they should have been canceled in their ability to provide for themselves and perform on the field and be in entertainment. Now, with that being said, I understand that there's also a double standard. When he was describing this video, he was like, look, she body slammed him. Nah, listen, I think it just looks like a domestic violence situation. Most of us has been here, right? And she's a public figure. And so it's going to be maybe I'll introduce this in the after hours tonight, but it's going to be a controversial conversation because I know people want blood. Guys want blood because of all of the things that they've seen and guys losing their ability to earn and all of that. But I don't believe in holding things against people based off of historical references. Do I think that she should be punished in the same way that somebody should be punished for a domestic violence situation? I said that Diddy should have never been charged unless they wanted to charge him for a domestic violence situation. But he should have never been on trial. He should have never lost his money. He should have never did any of that type of stuff. And so I have to be consistent. I'm sorry. I know that y'all gonna probably be upset in the comments, but I gotta be authentic. I don't think that she should lose her lifetime ability to run because they had a kerfuffle inside of the airport and, you know, her boyfriend, which I don't even care what happened. People need to keep their hands to themselves. Let me be clear, all right? She's not right. She's wrong. 10 times out of 10. But at the same time, I don't believe that somebody, in the same way that I wouldn't advocate for a guy to lose his ability to earn for himself, and that he should lose his whole platform or he should lose his ability to be inside of the Olympics or whatever, or run track and meet or whatever. I don't believe that that should be the case. In the same way that I don't believe that that should be the case in that, I don't think that that should be the case with this situation. But it's a lot of women, surprisingly, they believe differently.
So I just watched that video. Unpopular opinion. Sha'Carri Richardson, she need to be canceled. Like, she should have been canceled. And if y'all watch that video, she pushed her boyfriend 9 times. She pushed him 9 times. And when she come in the video, she pushed him. And he'll go this way. She right there. She pushed that man directly into the wall. When she pushed him, you see him go like this. You see him. Then they move. And then she pushed that man straight out of the camera. Like, she pushed him. And she just kept doing that shit. She need to be canceled. That shit.
They just toxic. They're in a toxic relationship. If he decided that he still want to be with her, then why should we give a fuck about whether or not? Because ain't nobody. I don't know, man. Let me let her finish.
Not cool. Because if a man did that same shit, it'd be a motherfucking problem.
Facts.
And then he came to her defense just like women do when a man beat her ass. Oh, he didn't mean it. Oh, he didn't. What was that football player that his last name was Rice and he was dragging his wife in that motherfucking elevator? Women always come for that. Oh, he's not this bad person. He's not this. He's not that. Fuck that shit. Nobody need to be putting their hands on nobody. Not no man, not no woman. But she need to be canceled and he need to leave that crazy bitch alone. She pushed him 9 times in that video. That's why her dumb ass got arrested. That's why her dumb ass got arrested. Keep your hands to yourself.
Agreed. Keep your hands to yourself. 100%. I agree. Everybody should keep their hands to themselves. Stop putting your hands on people. That is one of my cardinal rules, okay? A cardinal rule in the Anton Daniels household is no matter what the situation is, keep your hands to yourself. Everything else can be solved for. We can figure it out. Don't put your hands on me. I'm not going to put my hands on you. And that all will be good in the Daniels household. However, and I want to hear y'all thoughts inside of the comments. And I always like to give credit to the content creators regardless of whether I agree with them or not. I don't think that she should lose her ability to earn. Even if we've gotten it wrong historically, because we've gotten it wrong historically with regard to men and canceling them. Just because we got it wrong on that side don't mean that we need to get it wrong on this side. We need to correct it on all sides. And it wasn't even big enough of a deal for somebody to lose millions of dollars in endorsements. Again, I stood with Diddy. I stood with Shannon. I stood with Jay. I stood with a lot of different people. And at the same time, it's not that I'm standing with her behavior, but I don't believe that she should be canceled. I don't believe in cancel culture. I think that cancel culture is whack. And I just think that logical people will say that, nah, just do whatever it is that you got to do as far as holding her accountable as far as the law. But canceling, nah, that's a bit much. Let me know what y'all think. I'm open to the possibility that I'm wrong. Leave a comment in the comments of the video and let me know what y'all think. Do you think that it's logical for her to get canceled? Or do you think that she should still be able to earn? I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace.